I am the true alpha male, the living legend of hair loss. And let's face it, I'm also your personal hairline hero. Gonna check out a new comment because, you know, that's a lot of what we do. All of these videos are a reflection of the obsession of the viewers, which is, am I going to go bald? Oh no, I'm balding. What am I gonna do? People won't love me. People won't like me. And then I'm here to say, hey, I'm a true alpha male, and I know that that's not true. I have the brain of a true alpha male. I know that people are definitely judging you big time, totally judging you up and down all day long. They're not internally dissing you on your looks. It's how you think and how you communicate and how you contribute to society. That's what they're judging you on, or how you don't, is what I should say. Let's check out, oh yeah, the obvious joke. I love these. I love how many people don't like these videos because it's, again, a reflection of their insecurity, a reflection of the fact that they don't have a sense of humor. Society values humor, especially in men. Women don't need to be funny. Men need to be funny. Men need to find ways to be funny. And making a video, in that video, it was that my hair transplant didn't work. The ladies won't love me. Which, by the way, any true fan, it's funny, all the teenage boys are like, Nick, I'm a true fan. Will you look at my hair? I'm like, no, watch the video to find out the 5 ways to know if you're gonna go bald. But it's funny because any true fan would know that this is a recurring character. And the last time we saw, oh no, guy, he had a hair transplant. I mean, you can go back and, if you go on my channel and type in, oh no, hair transplant, you'll find it. Where I was wearing this big afro wig, not rig. And the whole storyline there was that finally, after being such an incel, he became super confident. He loved himself, and so did everyone else, because he got a hair transplant and it worked and he had all this hair. So I made a video or two like that. I don't know when they were, maybe it was last summer or something, summer 2019. But again, just type in, oh no, hair transplant, you'll see it. And he was so happy. Well, I thought what would be interesting, now that I brought the character back, is, of course, a story arc in which the hair transplant was temporary, it didn't really work, and now he's sad again. He's sad and pathetic because he thinks everyone judges him on his hair, which is funny because in reality, it's not his hair, it's the, he's so pathetic of a person, he doesn't believe in himself, so therefore he's a very unlikable character. And that's why I created him that way. So, with all that being said, please know that that's not the first time anyone's seen him. It was actually a follow-up to him getting a hair transplant. It's not the first video with that character in the hair transplant storyline. Okay, here we go. Comment came in from respectable person, which, here's the thing. I knew that when I saw that as a screen name, I'm like, I'm probably not gonna like what this person's gonna say. It's gonna be an instantly ironic screen name. So here we go. Here was the person leaving a comment on my joke of a video. Quote, hair from transplants don't just fall out like that, Nick. Look at Joe Biden. He's an old man with a bald patch. Horrible, thin hair, yet his hair transplant persisted because, one, he didn't get his scalp set on fire or his hair pulled out. He didn't develop, number two, he didn't develop an unexpected immune-related form of alopecia. And three, he isn't a genetic outlier who can suffer from hair loss from donor's own. Your idol, the other Joe. Joe Rogan's hair transplant is not a good example of hair transplants not working because we don't know how many grafts he had. I suspect he had minimal amounts in the corners. And not only is his hair very white, he deliberately zapped off his remaining hairs with laser after he decided to go bald. Wow, I've never heard of that. Making his hair transplant look even more of a failure than it was, judging some pictures where his stubble is visible. I bet that he could have had a successful hair transplant if he really wanted to have a full hair replacement. I've only read half the comment, by the way. Here's the other half. I know that this is a joke video. That's a big relief because usually people who leave long comments and give those oh no videos a thumbs down and seem angry and emotional, usually they don't understand that it's a joke. So I'm glad that at least there's an understanding there. I know that this is a joke video, but I have to point out to an impressionable audience that this is pseudoscience in most cases. Come on, Nick. How can a hair transplant fail in most normal young men when the majority of bald old farts still have their donor hair? For a transplant to fail absent of any non-DHT forms of alopecia, you seem to think that they are regular. you would have to suffer from extreme male pattern baldness. Very few people will reach Norwood 8 or 9. I could be wrong because this isn't really studied often to the best of my knowledge, pseudoscience. But I would say that anecdotally, that it's about as rare, if not more so, as Down syndrome. That's a weird comparison. For a man to lose that much hair solely through DHT without other problems at play. Your character must be one of the few people headed to Norwood 8 or 9 for grafts for the most DHT resistant areas to fall out. I'm done reading the comment. Which I responded 15 hours ago in real time. I said, alpha males don't need a hair transplant. A respectable person responded, quote, alpha males by your definition shouldn't their crooked teeth fixed either. Shouldn't get their crooked teeth fixed either. Apparently you can't be an alpha male and get medical treatment unless your life depends on it. Though I bet you're perfectly fine with women getting unnecessarily cosmetic procedures like oversized breast implants because you have been trained by genocentric society to accept men suffering and missing out, but to never dare to question women getting things their way. At least a man who got a hair transplant is restoring his scalp to a pre-disfigurement state, whereas most women are just adding features to their body that they never had to begin with, end quote. Man, okay, so this is, this whole thing here, this whole thing is why this is the antithesis about what my channel is 100% not. This is not what my channel is. All that you just heard is the opposite mindset of Nick Shell, the true alpha male, and the living legend of hair loss. Because the whole premise of this channel is none of that garbage matters. You matter, your hair doesn't. People judge you, but not on your looks. They judge you on how well you communicate and how confident you are in yourself and your ability to help other people. But all of that garbage I just heard in that comment, that is a person saying that yes, your looks matter. And it's implying that if that's not an incel that left the comment, that it's one of those, I don't even need to know the right answer. There's like, they care too much about the matrix. They're like blue pill, red pill. They're like, Nick, you took the wrong pill. You don't realize that women are the enemy. And MGTOW, MGTOW, yeah. But see, that's the thing. I can't put that in the title anymore. So YouTube changed it. Now I can talk about COVID-19. I can say COVID-19 in the title, but I still can't say porn, and I can't say MGTOW, and I can't say incel. I can get away with bald cell. They'll let me say that without taking away my money from my ability to make money from the videos. This is a MGTOW talking. Wow, okay. I figured that out in real time. Just now I figured that out. Hey everybody, that's what a MGTOW sounds like. Men going their own way. That's what it is. So, and I've talked about this before. It's been about a year since I've talked about MGTOWs. But see, look, here's how I feel about men who get hair transplants. A, you're a beta. That's cool. That's you. You be you. You be the beta. You be the person who is weak-minded to believe that people actually judge you on your looks to that degree, and that your only confidence crutch can be that you get your hair fixed. So be it. So be it. That's you. Okay? There's plenty of people who are cool that got hair transplants, and they're cool people. But there's this subgenre of hair transplant people who are kind of like blue pill, red, whatever the right pill is, I don't care. There's some kind of pill they always talk about, and they reference the Matrix. And they're men going their own way, and their whole thing is, I don't need women. That's the whole thing. It's there was another acronym for it. Women are stupid people. WASP. WASP. That's another one. Women are, so they swear off women because you can't trust women, and women are so shallow because yes, they're. And then we propose this double standard that they wear makeup and they get body augmentations to make them unnatural. But I'm saying it's either in your DNA or it's not to be able to keep your hair beyond age 35. That's what I'm saying. So for me, it's just a matter of sticking with what's natural. But either way, it's a whole other, we're walking through a portal into a different dimension once we start talking to MGTOWs. Because typically, it seems that MGTOWs are very much into hair transplants. And I just feel personally that to be, and this is what I call a hair transplant defender. It's almost like a sci-fi show from the 70s. Well, not sci-fi, it'd be hair transplant defenders of the universe. And they're like flying in outer space, like looking for people to abduct into their spaceship, and like, you need a hair transplant. And then they like force people to get hair transplants. So it's like they're alien abductors, and they beam you up into their spacecraft, force you to have a hair transplant, beam you back to life, back to your home planet. And you're like, wow, life really is great now that I had a hair transplant. So yes, this whole mentality is the antithesis about what I'm about what this channel is about. You want to talk that way? Go to a different channel. I'm not begging anybody to like me. I'm a true alpha male. Hi, I don't care, thanks. I don't need anybody to like me. People are going to watch this channel because they're obsessed with hair loss. And I speak in an interesting way. But that's it. There's not much real value in this channel as far as hair loss stuff, other than me just psyching you out to stop caring about hair loss. If you want someone to tell you what you want to hear, go watch one of those channels. But conclusion, people who need a hair transplant to feel confident are weak-minded, beta, and that's cool. We need people who are beta in the world. And then if you don't watch it, there's a slippery slope where you end up in MGTOW. And then you're talking about pills all the time, and you're swearing off women. I don't think that most of my viewers are wanting to head in that direction. So if you're not wanting to head in that direction, just head in this direction with me. Comments right here.